What is reality? Reality is being sexually abused at the age of 12 and having your identity and self-esteem ripped away. Reality is having to drink so much on a daily basis just so you can forget who you are and what you've become. Reality is having your family tell you that you're no longer welcome in your home and they want nothing to do with you. Reality is having multiple seizures and hospitalizations because your drinking is so out of control. And reality is praying to God that He would kill you because you hate your life and what you've done to it. How do I know that's reality? Because that was me.
Reality is being 20 years old because you've lost all hope of ever being sane again, and you try to overdose on cocaine. When that doesn't work, you cut your wrist open just a week before your mom dies. Reality is being so desperate for drugs that you not only let your girlfriend prostitute herself, but you pimp her off to your drug dealer just so you can get high. Reality is breaking into churches to empty the safe of people's tithe money just to support your drug addiction. Reality is being too embarrassed to go to your grandfather's funeral because you look like a skeleton from all the crack you've been smoking. Reality is being so blinded by alcohol abuse that you spend 2 years in the treatment center thinking you got your addiction beat because you only have a problem with drugs. Only to get addicted to alcohol, go back to all your old ways, and you decide to try crystal meth. How do I know that's reality? Because that was me.
Reality is being a punching bag to your alcoholic father and using drugs at a young age in order to escape memories of being molested and abused. Reality is sorry, I went blank there.
We're with you.
Reality is choosing drugs over your 6-year-old daughter and your wife because your mind's so clouded you think the drugs make you happier than they ever could. Reality is hating God and wanting nothing to do with Him because you blame Him for your mistakes. Reality is attempting to commit suicide because you feel the world would be a better place without you in it. How do I know that's reality? Because that was me.
We've all been through different realities, but we've all been changed by the same truth. Truth is, the Lord has given me the strength to forgive those who have hurt me. Truth is, I no longer hate the person I've become because I'm proud to be a man of God. Truth is, the Lord has restored my relationship with my family, and it's never been better. The truth is, I no longer rely on alcohol because I rely on God. The truth is, as of September 9th of last year, I rededicated my life to the Lord, and my life has never been better.
Amen.
Amen. The truth is, since I decided to trust God with my mental health, I haven't needed any antidepressants, antipsychotics, or mood stabilizers. And that was 4 years ago. Now the only voice that I hear is God's voice. Truth is, I forgot my line. Truth is that I'm free from the bondage of all my addictions, and God is using me to testify to His truth and to help set others free. Truth is, now when I want to fix, I break into the Bible. And believe me, there's no high like the Most High. Truth is that I'm not embarrassed anymore or worried about what others think. God has given me a confidence to pursue a career in acting while I run my own tile renovation company. And truth is that God has given me a love for evangelism and a compassion for the lost. Within the next year, I'll be going on my first mission trip.
Wow. Good job.
Truth is, I no longer search for acceptance from others. I accept me, and I'm confident in the man I'm becoming. Truth is, I love my wife and daughter more than anything in this world. Truth is, I'm not as tough as I think I am. With God's help, I can be strong. Truth is, I also forgot my line.
We'll wait for it.
And truth is, without the destruction in my life, I wouldn't be the man I am today.
Excellent. Proverbs 23:23. Buy the truth and do not sell it.
John 4:24. God is spirit, so those who worship Him must worship in spirit and in truth.
1 Corinthians 13:6. It does not rejoice over wrongdoings, but rejoices over truth.
Jesus said, you shall know the truth,
and the truth shall set you free.
Addiction to get into the program. It's 12 months. It's a season. You need to take time to be able to change your life around. My two 18-day secular rehab programs, they were like Band-Aids on this big, gaping wound. And Teen Challenge gives you time to heal. And you can just see guys getting baptized, the fellowship of the guys. You get to, some of the guys become really good friends, and they're there for each other forever. I got friends in Saskatchewan I still talk on the phone with. Right now, I have friends in BC from Teen Challenge, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, I don't think Quebec, and then a few in the Maritimes. Like I got, once you're at Teen Challenge, you know how tough it is, and you grow this bond with each other and support each other. So there's some pictures of them doing work details. As you know, we're not government funded, so a lot of the work we do around the yard, it's I don't know, about 50 acres of land out there. The guys, part of their jobs to cut the lawn, shovel the snow, that type of stuff, clean the bathrooms. Wasn't my favorite job. But, so that's the property right there. As you can see, it's pretty big. That's our Teen Challenge helicopter that took that shot. Just no Teen Challenge helicopter. So yeah, a lot of land, a little fire pit in the middle there. Guys sometimes prayer out there and this type of stuff. But it's a real nice piece of land, and you live in with 35, 40 other guys, and you're all ages 18 to the oldest guy is Glenn, 52 guys, 51. So we have a 50-year-old man in the program, and we got the youngest guy is 18. So you have all these different guys, different walks of life, brought up differently, and sometimes it's difficult. The best part of the program is the fellowship and the guys. Toughest part of the program is the guys because you're living in close quarters and you have disputes and disagreements and this type of stuff. But I'll tell you, the number one thing this program taught me was how to forgive, because you fight with each other and you have battles and this type of stuff. I remember about 3 months in the program, I was struggling in Saskatchewan. There was a 58-year-old guy, and I'll tell you, he made me the man I am now because I just struggled with him. And I remember at about 3 months, I was definitely not where I needed to be, but I asked him, Jim, where are you going to be living when you're done Teen Challenge? And he's like, oh, I'm not sure. Why? Because I want to live on the other side of the world. I struggled with it that much. And so this is the type of stuff, but that's why it's a year program, and you start to learn. I learned forgiveness more than anything at Teen Challenge. And I'm sure because of me, a lot of other people had to learn how to forgive as well. So we also have a women's center in Aurora. I get the privilege of working there 1 or 2 days a month, and it's just a powerful program as well, and these women's lives change. It's a lot different, the women's program, from the men's. There's sexual abuse in both men and women, but a lot of the women, that's one of the main things that drives them to drugs and alcohol. So month one, day one student. This is kind of on the left here, some of these guys that come in, and the right, and how they look. This guy down here, his name's Ernie. He's our intake coordinator now. He's been clean and sober about 6 years, but that was him coming into the program at probably 45 years old, and now his job is to bring guys in. He's been clean and sober 6, 7 years now. I'm not sure what it is, but just it just goes to show what God can do in people. So some of the stuff you need to do to come into the program: immediate removal of all addictive substances, including cigarettes. Daily structured program, like I said, getting up at 6:30 in the morning. Some of these guys haven't been used to do. 6:30 wasn't the time I used to get up, but I was used to a routine. But a lot of the guys have never had a routine. Limited off-property privileges. You earn passes and time off property as you've been obedient in the program. Your first pass is after 3 months, guys. 4 months, you get an 8-hour pass, 6-hour pass. So Saskatchewan is a little different. Give me grace on that one. And then limited outside contact. Like, you get less phone calls in Teen Challenge than I think you do in jail. You get 1 or 2 phone calls a week, and in jail you can make more. So it's really limited how much outside interaction you get. So here, these guys, you guys are awake at 6:15?
Yes.
Oh, 15 minutes earlier than Saskatchewan. So they're up at 6:15, and right now they're split into 2 groups. One group in the morning, they get up, do devotions, get ready, and then half of them go to work detail from 8 till 11:30, and the other half do what's called PACE with personal, academic, Christian education. And then in the afternoon they break for lunch, clean up, and then in the afternoon the other half goes to PACE and the other half goes to work detail. class begins at 8, and work detail starts at 1. So that's kind of a Monday to Friday routine. Saturdays is their sleeping day. They get to sleep till 9 a.m. Yeah, that's quite the sleeping day. And then Sundays, lots of us are up for church. Oh, pretty much everyone's up for church. We send 3 teams out on different outreaches. We have one team that's a choir team. They're out. I'm not sure where they went today. Then we had another team go out, and then us here. So 3 teams are out doing outreach, and then the kind of the newer guys in the program, they go to a church in London. So there's pictures of the work details once again, different jobs. Some of them you get to learn some things while you're there. Some of these guys haven't carried jobs either. So yard work, shoveling snow, that type of stuff. There's a vehicle donation program, so you can learn some stuff with cars. I think, John, you're in that, right? Rob, you too? You guys work at the vehicle program, so I think they learn to change oil and do some minor work and cleaning of cars. And then there's the facilities where you clean up and there's different stuff. I have an intern that works for me that works in development, so he helps me with any kind of event stuff. There's a picture of our Teen Challenge Choir, and that's kind of... Has anyone seen the Teen Challenge Choir here? Oh, wow, okay, yeah. Teen Challenge Choir is pretty amazing. People seem to really love it, and they'll be performing at our 2 galas on Tuesday in Vaughan and Thursday in London, and it's pretty amazing what they do and seeing the changes. I'll tell you, one of the biggest changes in me, I might not even went to Teen Challenge. If they would have told me on the phone I'd be singing in a church choir. I was 3 weeks from being at the end of my life. 3 weeks, a month later, I was in a church singing in a church choir. What a change. It's just amazing what God can do. So there's trained coaching and addiction counselors. That's Sid, one of our coaches, and Maddie, one of our graduates, in one of their sessions together. Once into the program, it was healing, but it was hard and it was difficult. Family is so important, and Teen Challenge is so far-reaching. Not only does it help the students in the program, it really helps repair the damage. Addicts are selfish, and they really cause family grief and problems. And my mom and dad were behind me the whole time, as I think Ben's family probably was. But the hurt and that type of stuff, it doesn't heal quickly. And my mom and dad's still alive, and they've kind of changed. My dad's changed more than I have. And like I said, our family walked away from the church, but because of Teen Challenge and my journey, all the crap I did in my life, my mom and dad are back in church. They love Teen Challenge. Their favorite thing to do is go to a Teen Challenge graduation, and mom and dad are in the church every Sunday now. So God's plan is bigger than ours, and He can make tough situations, He can make good out of it. Having my mom and dad back in church is real important to me, and seeing my sister change through seeing me back in church, it's just really powerful. So thanks, Ben, for sharing. It was just awesome. Ben is another guy you can take home today. Some people here really would like to take Ben home. This is a picture of Ben when he had long hair. And anyway, his sponsor card's up at the table today. And if someone's feeling like they're being led to want to sponsor today, come talk to us, and you can take his testimony card home and pray for him and pray for all these men, because the one thing we covet more than anything is your prayers. That's what really makes the difference in our lives. And I'll tell you, it's just such a freeing feeling when you're not waiting for your next fix or figuring out how you're going to get your next drink. And now we're kind of changed men in Christ, and it's just powerful.
You want this?
Clicker, yeah. So the graduation is when you become a sponsor, you're invited to the student you're sponsoring's graduation. So John and Ben will be graduating together about 5 months from now. So if you ended up choosing either of them to sponsor, you get a personal invite to their graduation. You'll get, I think I left it over here. Get your invited invitation card in the mail, and these 4 guys here just graduated 2 nights ago, and it's just powerful. If you've ever been, anyone been to a Teen Challenge graduation? Couple? Yeah? They're just powerful, powerful nights, and seeing God's work in the men on Friday was just awesome. So, how successful is Teen Challenge? So the secular treatment rate says less than 10%. I actually talked to, I'm a numbers guy. I've been profit and loss and budgets my whole life with restaurant management, and so right when I went to secular rehab, I was asking, what's my chances? What are my chances of being free and clear of drugs and alcohol? And I believed in myself so much. I remember telling my counselor, I go, I'll never drink again. It'll be easy. This is the easiest thing I'll ever do. Real prideful and arrogant. But I remember the counselors wouldn't tell me. They didn't have a number. They're like, well, it depends what you consider success, is what they said to me. So maybe drinking less or using less or going from harder drugs to less hard drugs. 10% is high. Like I really believe secular rehabs are more in the 3, 4, 5%, depending on where you go. Teen Challenge's document rate is 70% cure rate. They did a study, I think it's in the 70s or 80s, where asking Teen Challenge graduates after 5 years of graduating the program if they're clean and sober, and 70% said yes. Saskatchewan, our life coach, Patrick Sheldon, he got his master's at Briarcrest Bible College in Moose Jaw area, Briarcrest area. He decided he wanted to do his own research. So there was about 70 graduates of the Saskatchewan program. So he went back and he said it was painful and tough, but he called all the graduates that he could get a hold of. And he came up with a number of 69% of the graduates of Saskatchewan were clean and sober after 5 years. And what's the difference? What's the difference between secular rehab and Teen Challenge? It's Jesus Christ. The Jesus factor is the difference. So, you know what? Believing in something more than yourself and learning the Bible. What was the acronym you used for Bible?
Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Basic instruction bureau. That's going on my Facebook post today. I love it. Right under the Jesus Christ and a half helmet. The Jesus factor. We learn to live different. Like my devotions yesterday were Romans 12, 13, and 14. And I'll tell you, the words jumped off the page and penetrated my heart. And it just makes you want to live better. And you're just living for Jesus. It's just a great feeling. The only statistic that matters, and this is one of the most powerful things for me, we have hundreds of people that come into Teen Challenge across the country yearly, thousands probably. Right now there is over 1,000 Teen Challenge in 106 countries around the world. So you can imagine how many people enter a Teen Challenge daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Thousands and thousands of people. And the only statistic that matters, whether they stay 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, every person that walks through the door of Teen Challenge hears the good news about Jesus Christ. And that can make a difference in their life at any time, whether they stay and finish the program or not. About 40% of the students that enter the program actually stay and finish the program. Good news of Jesus. So now, just talk about some different ways you can get involved in the program. We have a vehicle donation program that I talked to you about. Anyone in Canada can donate a car anywhere. Teen Challenge will pick up that car for free. And they will sell it for parts, whatever. They get a couple $100 for it, but they'll pick it up. So if you've got a beater in your driveway that hasn't moved in 10 or 20 years, you can pick up, donate a car pamphlet. Teen Challenge will come pick it up for free, and then they'll use it. If you have a brand new Beamer in your driveway you're not using, you give me a call. I'll come pick it up, and I'll give it to the center. But we take all different. I picked up a 2002 Saturn on Friday that someone donated, and so we get about 2,000 to 3,000 cars donated a year that we use for parts and resell. Becoming a sponsor. So like I said, the bread and butter of the program, of what keeps our ministry going, is becoming a sponsor. You get a photo of the student, like I said, one of these testimonial cards. You get quarterly progress updates, personal graduation, But the most powerful thing for the students, or I shouldn't speak for them, but for me, was the encouragement cards and the birthday cards, Christmas cards, and my favorite were the Timmy's cards people would send in the mail. I was telling the guys yesterday, I maybe still have that addictive behavior. I had 4 coffees yesterday, and 3 of them were Timmy's. Anyway, this is the changing agent. The heartbeat of Teen Challenge is the sponsorship program. So that's all we have for you today. It was just powerful to be able to hear the change in these men and how Jesus saves lives. I'm living proof of it right now. Jesus is doing miracles in people's lives all the time, and Teen Challenge is just a great place. So thanks for your support, and thanks for having us out